right, welcome back to Alaskan Rants, where some unsophisticated, uneducated guys get together and have a conversation. Today, our producer Aiden, what's up, big dog? We're gonna have a conversation about what we do here, what we're working on, our future plans, goals, dreams. From your perspective, how would you describe this whole process of what we're building and creating right now?
One, most important to me, is we're bringing back dinner table talk. You know, the conversations that we all have at the dinner table, but we're too scared to creep them out of the house. We're slowly bringing them back into the community, and I think that's pretty important.
News, politics, and religion.
Yeah.
Underrated, under talked about, underutilized in power.
Yes.
Right. I would say that the more people we reach and talk to every day, right, you can feel it when they're like, man, just keep doing this.
Yeah.
Man, where can I find more of this conversation at?
Have yet to meet anybody who has told us to stop doing what we're doing, or they don't like doing what we're doing?
No, not at all.
Not at all. Everyone's like, keep doing it.
I mean, maybe as far as trying to get people on the show.
Yeah.
Right. That's quite difficult because, you know, most of you guys talk real big until you have to get your ass in front of a camera. And then you guys live in a free country, but you guys are scared to talk in public. You know, and this is basically public speaking, right? I'm out here in public on the camera, world to see. Yeah, you can go ahead and watch and record all of my mistakes or mishaps, right? But it's important that, like, we have one of those. Let's learn from it.
Yeah, 100%. I definitely say a bunch of not stupid stuff, but, you know, stuff that I wish I would have said better, you know?
Or like some things we post. I posted a picture of Trump with the fireman, Corey, that died.
Yep.
And they misspelled his last name. I'm not going to say his last name because I don't know how.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm not going to disrespect a man like that, national hero.
Yep.
And I put a post out saying, no, it's really messed up that they misspelled it because everywhere on the mainstream media as it either misspelled or, you know, the people who embroidered his coat misspelled it. And then it came out to be such a stupid oversight on my part where there was only a maximum amount of letters that they would put on the coat, and his name exceeded that. So they took a letter out. All right.
What?
Yeah.
That's
to
crazy.
fit the name in, right? So they misspelled it on purpose.
That's crazy.
Okay. They used his coat. It wasn't a prop coat. I thought it was a prop coat. I was like, man, if someone put a prop coat on there and then like misspelt his name, bro, like what an oversight. You know,
Yeah,
what
that's
a
wild.
wow, right? Like
Yeah.
that's to me was like that was
That's
like,
dirty.
hey, that would have been disrespectful.
Yeah.
Turns out it wasn't. It was totally my fault. Got by fake media. You know, got me good, bro. You know, so I got called out. I immediately was like, all right, cool. I see you guys' facts, right? Obviously, the way I stated it wasn't to be negative at all. It was more like, man, we can't have oversights like this, right? Even on our side, right? So if we make a mistake on either side of the ball, you got to call a ball a strike, you know. But again, then make sure you got your facts in a row.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's funny. Can't be fooled by the fake news.
They're good.
They are good.
How would someone have to communicate to you nowadays to get you or anybody you know, let's say 5 years older than you, to participate in the system?
Well, first of all, we have to figure out a way to make them care about the system, because how are they going to participate if they don't care about it? And I just conducted an interview with somebody today. I asked him that question. I asked, you know, is it important for you to understand the system that we live in? And he said, no, honestly, it's really not important to me. That's why I don't vote, because I don't care enough. So I think that's really what it comes down to, is getting these people to care. And unfortunately, I think we live in a world where fear is the most promoting, I guess you could say factor, yeah, in promoting like change and whatnot. So you gotta scare somebody for them to actually, you know, get up and make a decision.
Especially a generation that grew up with fear.
Yeah.
Everything that gave to us over the last 10 years been straight fear porn.
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah. And so, yeah, I think that unfortunately this is one of those things where you have to fight the fire with fire.
Right? So you gotta get them to understand that if you can't afford rent, you can't afford groceries, you can't afford gas, this is all because of you not voting or
Yeah.
voting for the wrong person and put in power,
Yeah, literally.
right?
Or yeah, you not caring, or enough of you not caring.
Yeah. So if you're not caring and you don't have money,
yeah,
and money hurts,
you're gonna care when you can't pay the bills.
yeah, or when you're getting hungry
Yeah,
and you're still working 80 hours a week,
yeah, facts.
you know.
Yeah, it's crazy.
How many kids your age you think are gonna live with their parents, and how long do you think they'll be living with their parents before they move out?
Like after they turn 18,
Yeah, you just graduated high school,
just graduated high school.
right?
I'm still living with my parents, by choice.
So, do you think other kids out there are all paying rent to their families? How many kids do you know living with their parents pay rent?
None.
None. How many of them are working full time?
Um, there's a big majority that are out here, working every day, have solid jobs. I'd say full time, but there's also a pretty big majority that, really don't have any motives to pursue any sort of success.
Going to school?
Like college.
Yeah.
Yeah, a big chunk of people are going to college that I know of, but also a pretty big chunk of people I know who aren't going to college. But there's no reason for that. They're just like, oh, I don't want to go. Just no reason, I don't want to go to college. Why? Well, I just don't want to go to school again. I just got out of school.
Would you say there's a class divide? Like the poorer section of your class friends aren't going to college, and the richer, up, more successful kids in your class that are doing stuff for going to school?
Whew, that's a tough question. Actually, it's really not, but I'd say so. Yeah, because the richer kids usually have a what's it called? Have parents who have set
Push,
standards,
drive.
and push exactly.
Yeah,
I
like
gotta do this,
you are
do
gonna
that.
do this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't bust my ass for nothing.
Yeah, 100%. Where do you think the divide is in your generation on that social gap, right? Where you have a lot of kids that would hustle out, but they're not, versus the kids that go to college, and by the time you guys are both 28, where do you guys see a difference in this generation? Can you even imagine that far ahead?
I mean, that's pretty difficult. I'd say that there's definitely a big chunk of kids going to school because that's what they were taught, and that's what society has taught them. Go to school, get a job, go to college, get into debt, get the car, get the house. The traditional route to success.
Yep.
And then their parents are pushing them. And of course, if you don't go that route, society almost like frowns upon you. As for the other kids who don't pursue college, I think that, well, for multiple reasons, like, family issues or no money, no drive. But we have, like, for the first time in all of humanity, we have the opportunity to view things at any level of echelons of life. You know what I mean?
Yes.
From the palm of our hand. And so I think that will, like, confuse and discourage and demotivate, and even in the opposite, motivate and encourage kids up when they can see and like anything is possible from their phone. But a lot of it's fraudulent, like
Miseducated.
exactly
Misinformation.
like there's just it's a conglomerance of the good and the bad, and there's a lot of kids that don't know how to, like, dig through the weeds to find what's true. And I think that's a huge motivator for a lot of kids not going to college. It's just like, well, this guy just made, $3 million off an e-commerce store. I can do that, But they don't actually put in the work, and they don't. Like some kids
Sacrifice
do.
some
Yeah,
time.
they
Well,
don't
those are
sacrifice
the kids.
time. They don't.
That's when you see the difference. You see the kids that are making money or being successful, right? Aren't the kids that are going to school, right? I mean, let's say 11,000 millionaires got. I mean, I don't know, a shit ton of millionaires got made last year.
Oh, shit
right?
Ton. The most ever.
Most ever, right?
Yeah.
None of them, I hands down put money bags of money down, saying that none of them had a college degree.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
Just creative thinkers.
Yeah.
Following trends.
Yep. Found an
Understanding
issue. Found a solution.
Right? And solved whatever problem there was, right? Because obviously to make money, there had to be a problem that required a service or a product. Right? Because we're out here, we're talking to these kids. We see a difference and a change, right? Now it's how do we put motivation into a call of action?
Yep.
Right? So all of these kids are motivated to do something, but they just need to push.
Yep.
And they're actively online doing things, right? And the only way we catch them is to catch them in that online TikTok world, to get them to a call to action, right? Because that's how you get them. You get enough people online to care or argue about the issue, right? Fear porn, scare them enough into saying, "Nah, this ain't right," and then debate them out. Because at that point, you can start a conversation.
Yeah. 100%.
Right?
People are scared to debate, man. People don't want to have conversations.
Not until you get them into an argument.
Yeah, then they're
ready to talk,
Yeah.
right? But you sort of got to
100%.
fear them into that argument because they're not going to come sugar-coated. They're not going to come when you're polite about it, right?
Yep.
You got to come in there and break the eggs, just, stir the omelet up,
Yep.
and then you got to turn the fire on,
Yeah.
right? And I feel like that's what is going to grasp and bring attention, to this movement, is us all being able to say, hey, man, I'm tired of taxes. Why are the taxes so high?
Yep.
Right? Nobody asked that question. They don't care. You guys just bend over and here's 48% of my income.
Okay,
I'm going to go back to work. Right? I have no time
Yeah, that.
because I'm working 50 hours a week.
Yeah. It's like,
That seems like a you problem, bro.
yeah, facts. You don't have time to run to the ballot.
I mean, I guess that is a you problem, because at which point when you're working that life, you're probably so comfortable that you're not willing to sacrifice or be disciplined enough in your life to do actual things that make a matter, that make a bigger change and an impact on the future.
Yeah.
Right? It takes a strong, thick-skinned person to be able to come out and stand up for your beliefs at any level, for any issue across the board, whether it be like some crazy leftist LGBTQ opinions, right?
Yep.
Versus right-wing
Conservative.
Christian, conservative, hardcore, right? You can go to the opposite side, Nazism or whatever, right?
Yeah.
You can go both sides of the craziness and say, well, neither one of you guys are right.
Yeah, and here's why. I'm not afraid to tell anyone,
and I'm not afraid to tell you, right?
Yeah.
But those are the people that, I don't care what side you're on, where you stand. Get out and just stop being in the closet.
Yeah, start talking.
Get out, stand up for your rights, stand up for your beliefs. This is funny. This breaks right back into this episode of Kelly Chewbacca, our state senator in a stand. She has a podcast, or a state senator has that podcast named Stand on Rumble.
Okay, yep.
And she just I just watched some short episode clips of her son saying that same thing. I'm like, oh man, I don't want to say that. They're just what else do you say?
Yeah.
Right? Then get out of the closet, bro.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Get out of the closet.
Get out of the closet. It's 2024. It's time to come clean.
Yeah.
Pick a side. Trump just got shot at. Left
crazy.
or right. We're never been closer to a civil war. We've never been closer to a divide in our country.
Besides,
we have no idea what's going to happen in the future.
It's kind of scary.
It's a crazy time to live.
Yeah.
Right? We're on the brink of this. And here in Alaska, we got way big, if we get cut off, what? What? We have no heat.
Yep.
Our gas and electricity just doesn't work by magic.
Gone. Yeah.
So they just had all the hacks, all the stuff on the 911 hacks. You didn't hear about that?
The big tech outage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to go fishing up here. That's all we care about.
Yep, facts.
Right?
Get those sockeyes.
14th, after the 14th or whatever, DipNet and Open, they had 193,000 fish go through the counter.
That's a high year.
Well,
right? High day for 193,000.
I mean, they can count the fish. How many fish are these guys actually catching? I got guys down there, some boys of mine down there fishing, so I'll find out. But I don't know. That's speculation. He says he's going to catch 24 and comes back with 2. I'm going to laugh my ass off.
Yeah, facts.
Especially salmon aren't bait fish.
Yeah, literally.
Right? You got to be just a fisherman.
Yeah.
On it.
Yeah. I just think it's funny. They tell you not to snag, but then once they hit the mouth of the river, they don't bite. So
But think about
you
how
have no
impressive.
choice to snack.
Just think about how impressive it is, though. We
It is
literally
pretty impressive.
float a line
Yeah,
of fish through the water at rapid speeds. This is going down. This is how your hook looks in the water.
Yep.
And you put it in between a fish's mouth,
that's moving up and down.
up and down. Who knows on this kind of level?
Yeah, or they can move from side to side.
Yeah, or side, you know what I mean? And you caught this bitch in the
In
mouth.
the mouth, like that's crazy.
Impressive.
Yeah.
So if you caught a fish on the Kenai River, you're pretty much up there with the goats.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm going to get a Yukon moose this September. It's gonna be sick.
Oh, that's what the first moose.
Yes, first moose. It's gonna be cool.
You ever killed anything else?
Yeah, I actually killed a 6'2" black bear. It's a pretty big black bear, I think. Pretty big black bear.
It was big for me. He's still big because he's still taller than you.
Yeah. And then I've shot 3 caribou.
Word.
First one I shot when I was like 7, which is kind of cool. I hold that near and dear.
Man, I shot a lot of shit in my life.
Yeah. People? No, I'll play.
I don't keep tabs. I don't keep track on shit. Not anymore. I mean, I got 2 bears.
2 bears. Nice.
I got 1 caribou.
Nice.
Bunch of fucking moose.
Yeah.
A
Killed
lot
a
of
bunch
moose.
of moose. Nice.
A lot of fish.
Yeah, I'm a fisherman. I like fishing.
A lot of ducks.
Yeah. That's cool.
I love to murder ducks.
Yeah, grouse?
No, they gotta be flying.
Grouse fly?
Well,
Barely.
they're not like
Not like duck hunting.
duck hunting.
Yeah.
Right?
Duck hunting's cool.
That shit, just shooting shit out of the air just makes you feel good.
Yeah, it does.
You know, like
Like you're all hidden in a bush.
Yeah.
And pop out and they fly over.
I feel like when you, well, I mean, sometimes you're just waiting for them to come down to land. That's kind of cheating.
Yeah.
You know, because when you let them to come in, they flow, they just stop, like almost right before they get down, they just pause. And it's just like, ta-tat, 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 ta-tat.
Yeah.
And just drop them quick.
Yeah, it's cool.
But, yeah, hunting, fishing, loving every day, not something I really do anymore for fun. It's all work.
As soon as you pull that trigger, fuck work.
Even before pulling the trigger, bro.
Yeah, you gotta
'cause
get out there. to
I'm
even pull
thinking
the
about
trigger.
it the whole time, like how much bullshit this is gonna be.
Damn, I gotta climb down this mountain. I can't bring my 4-wheeler down here. I
This
gotta gut
thing
this
better
thing.
not run off,
Yup.
right?
The meat's gonna be
What's the
bad.
worst is when like you hit a moose and it like goes into a swamp or goes into a brush. Like you ever had that happen?
Yeah, a swamp, man, that sucks.
It sucks.
It sucks bad.
We had brush. This moose died cutting, like it was just cutting its way through the brush. Probably would have made it through no problem,
Yeah.
but it died in the middle. And it took us like 3 hours of chainsawing, bro, chainsawing to get into this thing.
That's funny. And then once you get to it, it's like, shit.
Well, we had to
another
clear out
3
the whole
hours.
ground to keep, make
Yep.
it flat enough to work back there because we're not pulling it out, So
Right.
it's like everything in a 20-foot radius had
Yep.
to go.
And then you got one guy sitting up looking for bears, because bear could sneak up on you.
I've had my shit stolen by bears.
Yep.
Right out of the bear bag too. They're like, "Oh, you obviously didn't hang it up high enough." I'm like, "Well, I obviously messed something up if the bear took it out, climbed up the fucking tree and grabbed it." Yeah, you're absolutely right. I fucked up.
Yeah, that's funny.
It had to be a black bear.
Yeah.
What else would have climbed up?
I mean, brown bears climb trees. Not as much, but I've seen a brown bear in a tree.
Fight in a bag? I mean, and it was quiet like a ninja
Yeah.
because nobody heard anything. We just woke up in the morning, game bag was
I
gone.
meat. That's funny.
On the ground, bloody, dragging off into the
Damn it.
woods.
Damn bear.
Yeah.
Got a free meal. All
Hell
cut
yeah.
up nice for him, too.
Oh yeah. I hope he's choked on that plastic swim wrap.
Yeah. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys, on another episode of Alaskan Rants. We will catch you guys later. Peace.